Alright, guys, I might actually be able to be positive about this upload. You know, Mark Passio brought back the reason why I'm a fan in the first place. We're talking about important, truthful things. It's just when he's barking at NPCs, when he's fully distracted, you don't want to see that. You just don't want to see the latest uploads, alright, of his What on Earth is Happening. Because it's more like what on earth is happening with this guy. And despite even in this presentation claiming that he takes that into account, he considers his flaws, and he points a finger at them, right? Displaying his flaws, exposing its flaws. But it didn't seem like you don't even question yourself sometimes. You don't even you go full speed, full rage mode. I did upload a video where extremes are good. It's a good solution to go extreme, but bro is ruining his content. His content became unwatchable. This piece that's supposed to be worth $70, I mean, it fixes the whole thing. Look at that. Capitalism fixes a human being once more. We can see it for free now. I'm not sure what kind of offer that was. Was it $70 for 4 months? Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait. There's a lot of arrogance as well sprinkled in of man, this piece is gonna be 70,000 worth. Some people will find it 70 million worth. Yeah. This arrogance that keeps him, not self-aware, which is so weird when the wholesomeness kind of falls apart. Yes, it's the Dunning-Kruger, the bullying graph. That's right. And guess where Mark Passio sometimes stays when he's hangry? Some people, it looks like, some people have to stick with just one upload or 2 uploads a year. And it looks like Mark Passio is shifting his content that direction. I mean, it fucking pays, so I think it works out pretty well. Not that I care. Not that I care. I have even less followers. I have even more information. If we're talking about flexing, and I do have comment section relatively open. Again, the biggest criticism is the thumbnails fucking suck. Alright, there's nothing organized here. And linear learning that he provides is not exactly the way learning actually works. Learning is hierarchical, not linear. Right, so you keep learning the basics, then you learn the more complicated stuff. Shadow work is defined somewhere here in the video, pretty late in the video. It is trauma processing, and in fact, it's a real thing. I discovered it myself, okay? I had to level up quite a bit. I probably level up above Mark Passio right now when it comes to shadow work. I'm not popular, but I did claim to achieve godlike level of this trauma processing. And you might be able to tell because I pretty much know all these things without making sliders. I made videos. I didn't make sliders. I use matrices like that give logical boost. Inject you with common sense. One of the most important matrix is self-improvement 4x4. You start here. This is where I chose to start. You could start here, but it's over now, guys. It's over. I mean, it's more correct to start at left and go to the right. Shit, it makes too much sense, doesn't it? I might consider flipping it then. Following common sense is the enlightenment process. And you often can just find common sense just by talking to yourself and consuming content and finding flaws in things and wanting to do your own things. Just, living life. Unfortunately, flow state is the best state. Godlike state is the maximum you can possibly achieve. You just live your life, apparently, and don't intoxicate yourself with poisons. Don't intoxicate yourself with NPC poisons, you know, hand delivered, like Mark Passio loves to do. I know he's capable of better things, but we ended in the most roughest note imaginable. Like, I've been, like, literally hating on Mark Passio this whole time, and there's that one time where I don't have to hate him anymore. Alright, and I really have to upload this to, like, show the contrast of there's good stuff that he does. I'm not a hater. I'm not coming after him, okay, guys? I'm not an NPC. I just need quality content. And yes, I do put out my work out there, and probably it's better. Unless you're a boomer, maybe? Maybe if you're a boomer, it's not better. No, never mind. Anyway, so self-improvement matrix, you have two ways to go. You can improve your brain or your heart. You can be born a man or a woman, as they say. Is that right? Have you been born a man? Very likely you're going to be traumatized by life, because what women get, they just get things handed to them, right? It seems like their life is easy, and men's life is fucking miserable. And just like I answered a lot of universe mysteries, it seems, like even the gender split is a mystery. Like, how would you even choose to be born a man or a woman? Where did that choice come from? Because technically our parents choose of like, well, this person's life is going to be very hard. It's going to be a boy. Oh boy. So anyways, yes, I went all the way here. There's no reason to improve my brain anymore. Like, there's no one above me anymore. No one who has any valid information that's like, something that can totally surprise me. The only way to go is improve heart at some point. So you have to understand, this is a line of shadow work. This is something else, alright? It has a different definition. I don't even have the definition for it. I didn't even have this definition until right now, okay? It's shadow work. That's how it's defined. You process your trauma. Because usually it's the trauma that will push you this direction. And the other way to call it is downsizing. That seems to make sense. You basically shrink. You have less friends. You are nicer. You get rid of unnecessary things. Like one of your parents. You just cut them off from your life because they're toxic. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. And you try to work with the other parent that's a little bit less toxic, but still net neutral. Just gives access to government money. No, I don't think government is slavery. I mean, capitalism looks like slavery to me. I do have that would be gripe. That's what I have. That to Mark Passio, this sounds like pretty obvious, but he kind of arrived, like you can see in the video, at some point he arrived into that conclusion by saying that the freedom diminishes as evil grows, which is pretty obvious. So instead of saying government is slavery, maybe you can say there's too much evil. How about that? Simplifies things a little bit, doesn't it? Yes, there's a lot of evil. And there's a lot of just confused people as well. Especially people who don't understand that we're literally living through overpopulation. There's like way too many people. And people also like boost their like arrogance against each other, where they just like ego locked. They will say whatever the fuck they want, and without care in the world, basically turn themselves into attackers. And unfortunately, for those people, you are banned. You will never be able to type anything again that I will receive as a message. You will have to deal with comments turned off. Okay? For everyone else, well, I'm open for any discussion. If you done your shadow work, you went through trauma, you can share anything in the comments. Especially if you think this Mark Passio video is worth $70,000. That's a very interesting way to put it. If you're that special minority, I don't think it's a good idea to be special. I think the video is like legit, and he doesn't explode into a rage, so that makes it so much better. And yes, there's nothing new here, and it's just it does have a flow, right? Like you get a decent amount of information. For me, it's just note checking. I'm just finding, yes, I knew this all along. I figured it out myself. Oops, sorry. But it's very nice to hear someone else say the things that you discovered, so. And maybe I can make it even more vivid that, yes, shadow work is a real thing. The way I describe the shadow is the haunting of your past. Your past will never leave you, that's your shadow, right? It will always follow you around. So you have to work it out. You must not be haunted by your shadow, all right? You must not take damage just because you have a history of things. Because that simply means you have unresolved things, you haven't quite solved the puzzles, and you're not willing to do that because, I don't know, people might not like you. You think the world will fundamentally change, might fundamentally change for the better. The Grail suggests that you can become a celebrity overnight after processing your trauma. You might become a viral sensation. I cannot do that because I never grew my heart. All right. Unfortunately, sometimes trauma is so dramatic, so amplified that I didn't even had a chance to like truly have friends. I had them. I was trying to go this way like everyone else. Like there's a big surge when it comes to becoming an NPC. There's a whole surge in there. But immediately my friends were the outcast. I couldn't get a girlfriend, so I had to figure out what the fuck is a heartbreak. And the moment I started, the trauma path, I couldn't stop. It was over. I was locked in. All right, I was about to evolve a couple of times. This was my path. I gotten used to it very quickly. And again, my channel is a testament to how far I came and how quickly that process happened. You can also see some of like the past stuff that I've done. While my passion is grounded in game development and engineering at this point, eventually it turned into what people might look at as dude just lost his mind. He's lost his marbles, right? A normal person would not upload shit like this, right? No more thumbnails. Forget about that. I just got tired and went full on, brain juice up in here until it finally settled down. Until it finally organized itself. And yes, I used to be sensitive about haters as well. They do drain energy. Sometimes you have no idea where they're coming from. But you can kind of sense the pattern. You summon haters by attacking someone, right? You attack their favorite face. Uh-oh. Watch out. The haters might come. In Mark Passio's case, Mark Passio might attack Flat Earth, and uh-oh, there's gonna be a backlash. There's no reason for Mark Passio to fucking not only attack flat Earth, but associated with like stupid people. Like that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Don't you know, Mark Passio, how government even works? Government is literally a generator of deception. That's how they control people, through deception. That's the easiest way to control people. And it's like, wow, a person who says government is slavery doesn't fucking know the most basic way the government works. And that flat Earth literally is basically a government psyop. Or at least that's the storyline. You don't have to believe any of this shit. You just have to accept that we don't fucking know. Right? But it's like, whoops. I guess I'll take the haters. You know, that sort of behavior that Mark possessed is so disgusting. It's like, okay, you went through trauma, but like, what's going on? You couldn't process the haters. Like, the haters were also a trauma. And the only way he could process it is just to take a big break. Like every other loser out here on this platform. It's not special. Like, oh, haters attacked me, they canceled me, they overwhelmed me, I have to quit my thing. Like, come on, man. You can't be that stupid. Oh my god. And again, he's just kind of like a little boy proud of his little work of how much knowledge he accumulated, that he built these slides. He's a little boy just proud of everything he's doing. And honestly, let's leave it at that. Let's just don't bother him. All right? No hate, Mr. Mark Passio. You might have helped me a little bit, and that's good enough. And you also made a fool of yourself. Maybe that also helps. All right? Because I have to also push myself. And he has followers, so it's fine. Right? He has stuff to work with. He will be fine. He can retire on that thought, right? And being alive during the apocalypse, I mean, bro went through a lot. All right? So, you know, the most kindest thing I can do, even though I don't quite respect him as much as many people would like me to respect him, to me, he's a boy now. Because, like, don't just flex that, oh my god, I have this infinite knowledge. You have to fucking give it to people in an organized fashion. That's why he wants the linear thing. I want the linear thing too. It's like episodes, bam, bam, bam. But when one episode is a stinky poo-poo, I mean, it puts everything into question. If episodes are just placeholders. Placeholder is actually a terrible thing under capitalism. It's one of those like very stinky things. Like a lot of people are just like industry plants. A lot of people are popular just because they're just being planted there. Just for diversity purposes. Just they look cool. And it's like, man, that's so fucking shallow out there. Everything is a placeholder. So you don't want to actually release bad content where people click on your video and they realize it's a fucking flop, right? You just don't want to do that. But Mark Passio couldn't help it. So now we're going through this whole introduction of like, this guy has some shadows, man. He has not worked on the shadows despite having so much time on his hands and doing fucking specifically that one thing. Like, how do you fail this badly? Alright, like, what the hell? So while he's able to trash the NPCs below him, and again, it creates this Dunning-Kruger effect where you just, like, the moment you learn anything at all of a sudden it gives you the right to beat up NPCs, you know, to trash NPCs. But standing on your ivory tower, where anyone can just outdo your work really fast, and again, I've done it, and I went way beyond. It requires actually knowing your passions, right? Working very hard. When you mark your passion, my guy, you don't need this. You can use other people's material in real time. So that's what I did. I don't have to like work my ass off, make sure that every single word is correct, insights just kind of come. They come, and I will organize them. I will turn my little engine thing. You know, I'm floating this. I can summon buttons. I can type commands. I can turn my call me. All right. I also need $70 per session. No, you can download Influence Tracker from a description. You're fine. Unless you're requesting certain features, then let me know. Because again, if you're passionate about Mark Passio, he's not there. He's just appeared as a unicorn for the special day. It's his birthday or whatever. But generally speaking, we have to, you know, understand that he's resting. You still haven't done the work that he needs to do. And it's so obvious, and it does require a mirror. Like, he's also talking about a mirror on your desk, and it's like, why did you not do it? You still haven't apologized about your behavior on the platform. Like, what are you doing? Like, zero acknowledgement. Like, he's running around the problem, but never actually, well, it gives me what I want. But a lot of people, like, in my comment section, also had very similar sentiment of like, what the fuck happened? I can't listen to that guy anymore. Half of the time he's wasting time. So, again, this is a treat. This is a good video. If you wanted the real Mark Passio, you got it for $0, and you should take that deal. Granted, you might not actually learn that much, but to shadow workers is a special day. All right? To me, it's a special day. I can dedicate it to, you know, just acknowledging the truths, because there's some interesting stuff in there. Like, you know, the obvious thing, and yeah, it flows very nicely. The obvious thing is that nothing will happen unless you do it. All right? The evil will not fight itself, and it's worth doing it. That's what life is about. You purge the evil, and you get a better life as a result. Your quality of life is basically equivalent to how much evil you conquer. Fucking fight evil, get land, get a better life. Alright, get more space. Very often, evil presents itself in the most vivid format imaginable, and it challenges you to fight them. And it is fucking exhausting to do it all by yourself. But there's also a strength of being by yourself. You are the most radical thing, the most unreadable thing out there. No one can comprehend who I am. And you have to take that as a strength. I cannot comprehend who I am. Yes, it doesn't have anything to do with religion and politics. The shadow work is mostly analyzing life experience. And often, like, leaving things behind, because the best politics is no politics. Look at that. The best side to pick is no side. But understanding that politics, American politics, is split between men and women, so you just take the men's side and enrage everyone and just have a laugh, you know? Alright, so we marked it like 5 hours. I'll just quickly go through slides. Maybe it inspires me to bring something else up. I will go quickly through just one insight. Self-improvement starts from 0. You're born basically with nothing but parents, and if you don't have parents, here you go. Your trauma begins today. If your parents are about to divorce, you better hope that you're born a man. Because holy shit, it's a tough thing to go through. But in general, in life, you have 0 things. You have to accumulate things. You have to get your forks and spoons. Every single thing that helps you live life is what you're collecting, what you keeping in check. You must not lose your things, because not lose your shelter, obviously. Everyone knows that. And money gives you access to whatever thing you come up with. Alright? It gives you access to things. So even though people start with zero, people start with just parents, they can work their way out. But that's the self-improvement that matters the most. Not politics, not even fucking worrying about morality. Is ownership of and understanding of things. You have spoon and you know how to use spoon to help yourself. It's the fundamental self-improvement. And you socialize, you trade with other people when you want a certain thing of like, please, I'll give you 3 things for that one thing. Right now, under overpopulation, the best thing you can do, the best strategy is just survive because things are being made left and right. Every person is born with 0 things and they constantly crave something different than others, right? The more people we have in the world, the more likely we're going to crave different things. And so there's so many things now. All right, under capitalism, everything is just like oversaturated. You can almost find anything you like. So that would be my self-improvement tip, right? I've actually constructed a whole different level matrix, which is the clock of humanity. And the simple tip of you start with 0 comes from this number right there. All right, that we haven't conquered yet as humanity. We haven't conquered this number because 1 goes to 2. And it resets all the other numbers. That's how clock works. 4 is the maximum number. You saw it 4 by 4 as well. Suggest that I like number 4 because we have 4 seasons and just works perfectly. It works with people's personalities too. 4 personalities, 4 splits, plus introvert, extrovert, brilliant. That's all I need. So if you are not familiar, you should be very worried about not knowing number 4 intimately. Not knowing the 4 elements of water, earth, fire, and wind. If you don't get it, like this is the biggest insight of my lifetime that just keeps on giving, and I can actually even like speak that language. It has its own language at that point. Because that one single digit was whispering of like you start with 0. All it says is socialism, 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 wanting, wanting. You want this, you want that. Yeah, 1 is a starting point. You start. What do you do when you start? You try to be nice. You look at animals, sometimes animals are pretty nice. This focus on predators is a little bit exaggerated. Even predators are sort of nice of like, they sort of just chase for the thrill, right? Maybe some animal is injured, some animal makes a mistake and they get caught. And it's like, you're better off dead at that point. You didn't keep up with the herd. And so predators are also kind of nice. Nice to have around. Someone to challenge and keep animals on their toes. Not fuck around too much, you know? So yeah, I hope I kind of knocked some sense into you that there's a lot of things to learn. You can also subscribe, that would be helpful. Yes, I do agree with focus. It's obvious that the world is a collection of our efforts to make it better, and in fact, this is what you judge people for, is how much they have bettered the world. Or at least put the efforts, put the initiative. That's what social media is for. If you achieve anything, you should tell us about it. Don't be quiet. Silence is the most common thing right now. You don't want to be an NPC, do you? You don't want to do common things. 7 deadly sins. This is still very interesting, though. Because this one is like too obvious. This is interesting because in a way it's not even what it is. Like, anger is probably more like rage. You would think like this is pretty obvious, but there's one thing that puts a twist into it. Obviously, self-defense. Right? Intention matters. Intention matters, so this goes to level of intention, which is potentially even deeper level. As internal as it is, if you can actually access other people's internal monologue intentions, then you can judge them for it. You don't want to judge people based on their evil, because that's too late now. You can only sentence them based on their evil. You want to judge people based on their intentions. They display intentions. They like not everyone is a fucking thief. Or at that point, America is a thief. Needs some whooping. First step, stop lying. Be honest with yourself. It gets a little bit ironic, I guess. Like, it's absolutely ironic. That's the definition of irony, is doing the shadow work, but not doing enough shadow work. But you're the head that talks about it. But I am willing to look away from that. Well, since I already discussed it, this is where the definition of shadow work actually is given to you, which is way too fucking late. I even would say that slides slow him down. That this formatting that Mark Passio is doing, again, it just kind of confines him into a wrong type of work. Because again, you should be passionate about this. You shouldn't be working hard. That's just a clear path into burnout. And the moment you make a change, the moment you step back, everything falls apart. You don't want to return anymore. That's what burnout is. Like, you set up your routine and all of a sudden you can't keep up with it. My routine is something I can't stop. I can't stop uploading videos. It just comes out every time. If I stop uploading videos, I have a perfect plan of what to do with my break. I will do programming, okay? I have a perfect plan. Nothing can go possibly wrong in my life, and that's how you live life, where nothing can possibly go wrong. You follow your passions, and that's it. And no one can criticize that. Or they're gonna get slapped real hard. People often want to do that. They want to criticize passions. But they often themselves don't possess any. So what's the fucking point of listening to people like that? They don't even get it. I mean, positivity is a big filter, absolutely. Satanism, you might ask, hey, where is Satanism? Oh yes, it exists. You can see there's 4 directions. It's also a rectangle, not just like it's made of 4x4, but it's a rectangle. There's 4 directions overall. If you go this direction, you become an animal. You become a cripple in this direction. You become an alien in this direction. You become a Satan in the upper direction, where you master the heart. That is how Satan depicted. He's the master of the heart. He can trick the shit out of you, basically. He can manipulate you. Like, just watch someone like fucking Darren Brown is the closest to Satan. But someone like Jeffrey Epstein is literally the Satan. So going beyond the My Matrix, where self-improvement exists, is where you improved a little bit too much. You become a destroyer of reality. Cripples need attention. Animals tend to, well, not be human. And just be sexualized version of a human. Right? A fucking furry or whatever. A drug-addicted type of human. Satans are just control freaks, I guess. Predators. An alien, something I might turn into if there's too much evil. Because technically, destroyers are not evil. Destroyers have been subjected to evil, where they're mostly against their will. And I have to really be careful with this because the God is watching. And if I become an alien, he will be very upset. So try and do whatever it takes for me to not create my own language and just talk to myself. Because it's there. The language is there. Just have to, do just a little bit of tweaking and put it into motion. Right? The language is there. I can just make my own language. In fact, you know that aliens exist because countries exist. Someone was bold enough to make their own language. Making our own language is a crazy move. Because you have to speak a language, but like, who's gonna adopt it? Who's gonna care? History is weird when it comes to language. It's the biggest mystery that probably nobody even asked themselves. So yeah, positive change is not automatic. That's a big deal. It's up to you. Alright? If you do nothing, what the fuck's the point? Right? You're not actually participating in this. You're just a consumer. You're not that special. You haven't done the work. Yes, put your skin in the game. It's not difficult to get just even a tiny achievement. Put it out there. Alright? Be proud of what you have done, and obviously the evil people are going to be like, they will speak their language, how dare you achieve things? Who do you think you are? You think you're the best mathematician in the world? What the fuck, man? You think you discovered something? Nope. So this is where the downsizing comes in, right? It can feel like death. Because you have to let go of a lot of useless things. Programmable. I don't know about this. Bro came from the tech background. I'm a programmer, and to me, I just don't naturally gravitate to this. But I can understand it. It's just the one problem. Just like with AI, free will exists. AI will not fucking knock on your door and say, how you doing today? It requires consent. So fundamentally, this is not it. Not 99% purity, I don't think. It's not programmable because you have to fight evil. Some people are just straight up evil. Are they programmable? Oh no. They're the fucking virus. They will exist somewhere else even if you defeat them. They're not programmable. So it's rather like left brain, right brain, fuck that shit, like just leave brain alone. It's brain and the heart. Heart is actually very complicated as well. This is the fundamental rule of the heart. It does not exist in your body. It's there. It's pumping blood, but fundamentally doesn't exist. It exists outside of your body. It travels outside, like even when you're sleeping, your heart is traveling and looking for things, generating things, observing things, right? Maybe when you sleep, your heart returns to the body, but you're not gonna see it. You're just gonna let it kind of loose, basically. Your heart returns to the body because your body is open for experiences. We can have a lot of like logical interpretations, and it keeps on evolving. But yeah, your heart constantly leaves in search for what's something that makes you go forward in life. That's what it is. Something that drives you to do hard work. That's right. Because when I'm just doing shadow work, when I'm just processing my trauma, I mean, fuck me. That's just like annoying, actually. But technically, you can say that what I'm doing is work. Like other people call it work. I don't call it work. To me, it's just Monday, Tuesday. To me, I just uploaded a video that nobody will watch, very likely. That sucks. So yeah, I would rather not split the skull that quickly without mentioning the heart first and even understanding it. Like, that's just fundamentally flawed. Also, why ban people? Right? Why comments are turned off? There's a good reason for it. Although you have to open yourself up for, throw a rock at me simulation. Anytime someone does something negative, anytime someone attacks you, unless they have social credit, they gotta get banned. Because you don't know where it's coming from. This could be manipulation. This could be a fucking child that's already showing signs of evil and they have to be punished. This could be someone making a new account, someone defending a face of their choice, and your face was not chosen. Whatever the case, usually the cases of attacking other people are bad cases. These are bad idiots online, to be avoided, to be deleted. You must not allow them to speak. You must not make it convenient for them to speak. When Mark Passio asks for, like, you are cowards, put your real name out there. No, you can have a pseudonym. You can call yourself a certain way. You don't have to put your real name. Maybe your real name is fucking ugly. Maybe it has 3 syllables like mine. No, I'm not about to say it. But let's say, this is how the syllables start. Maybe your name is literally impossible to pronounce in English. Also an interesting case. Or has an ass in the end, like all Lithuanian names, bro. They have ass. Motherfuckers. So, instead of having distractions, sometimes you just construct your own name. You should be using that opportunity, and Mark Passio gets mad at that too. Stop it, Mark. You gotta be fucking kidding me. The way people name themselves is actually way more revealing when they just use their own real name. Oh my god, is it miserable to understand that Mark Passio doesn't get it. Like, what the fuck, man? He just doesn't actually collect insights. If you just live your life, if you open up to truly solving puzzles, you would stop being arrogant, stop being like, look at me, guys, I know everything, I know all the truth, look how much knowledge I have. It's an exaggeration, obviously. Mark tries to punch himself down a little bit, but damn, the overall, the natural existence of Mark is pretty damn brutally bad. So only like once in a blue moon, once a year, twice a year, he can give material that's actually valuable, and I can sit down and I can enjoy it. We can have a party over it, if anything. I mean, $70 makes for a good cake. Yeah, you should not limit yourself. The possibilities are endless, and we get to see that. That's what capitalism is useful for. You can literally see the winners, what winners are capable of, how far you can actually reach. Limits are crazy out there. I want to be a predator when I grow up. No, not those limits. Social engineer. I do notice there's a weird part. Like, politics is pretty obvious. But what is the spiritual final path that I'm in it? What is it? Can someone explain? Spiritual path. A godlike path. A path that finds God. Because you cannot find God by becoming a president. That does not happen automatically. I mean, Trump would like to, but it makes for a, funny meme. Haha, Trump. You definitely find God up my ass. I mean, it's a funny attempt if he feels butthurt that he was simulating Christianity on Twitter. It must make him sad now. And he will be traumatized to do shadow work and find God, finally. Obviously not. I have doubts about Trumpy boy getting to God in any way. I think that's disconnected. But he's very close. Alright? This path is so unidentified. Support me any way you can if you are also curious about the path of spirituality, because I'm going through it now. I entered the path. You know, I consume so much like celebrity content that I dream about them. And they now look like normal people to me. And my heart was finally able to awaken because like it found all these like crazy limits you can reach for. You can become crazy popular over here. Wow, if you want. Although popularity is kind of fake nowadays, it gets kind of weird. Who's killing the game? Teachers' parents often miss the target. Well, the target is not necessarily to do shadow work. We all kind of want a simple life, a simple way forward. We all are amused by that aspect. We all just like, often we're just breeders, we're just NPCs, right? That's what education gives you. Education simply tells you, go there, do this. Open book, learn this, read this, alright? Education tells you what to do. That's not exactly a profound thing, okay? When you're doing shadow work, you have to do everything yourself. You have to discover things all by yourself and comprehend things all by yourself. What bothers you the most? Where does the pain come from? You have to be able to heal that. Withstand the pain, withstand the social pressures. So again, being born with bad parents, you're already gonna level up in your path. You're already towards path to being a celebrity now. Congratulations. You're born. You have bad parents, so nepotism doesn't really exist. You can't just be born into fame. I mean, it's bad parenting to like throw your child. Hey, my child should do Disney stuff. That's bad parenting, dude. People who injected their kids to a Disney World to be actresses on early age, like, these children are fucked up. Like, Miley Cyrus is most notoriously fucked up to the point where people call her Satanist, but the reality is she just became popular because her parents are fucked up too. That's what it is. And the dad was like, oh shit, I also have to be a Disney princess. Oh my god. Like, no honest parent would allow twerking on stage, bro. Are you kidding me? Bro apparently cries when he reads this. Okay. I'm a warrior. It is a very emotional moment when you realize it's up to you now. A lot of people depend on you. You make a difference. Yeah, that's a nice thing to say, actually. No matter how low you are, no matter what happened to you, you can always fucking start the work on yourself. Self-improvement is the most fundamental thing you can start. Unless, again, you become a destroyer, then, oh, oops. I don't know what happens to you then. If you lose a leg, what the fuck do you do? It's over, man. You are a cripple. If you over-improve yourself, what can you do? You have learned your own language. You have become a predator. You can't stop anymore. That was a crazy discovery for me. But yeah, like everyone says, it's never too late. Because that's the fundamental thing. Self-improvement. If anything bothers you, maybe you're blessed with trauma. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. You're traumatized now. Yes, I mean, Mark Passio even shoots himself in the foot saying that a lot of his content is repetition of his previous stuff, so. How much content is there actually? What, 30 episodes? 30 seminars? What is it? Yeah, I can probably match that and improvise on the spot. What is that?
Examination, and we're going to get...
Deal with it. I mean, it is in subconscious. It's a lot of material keeps coming up at random intervals, alright? It doesn't try to overwhelm you, but it comes up using references like your memory works. You sometimes dredge out bad memories. Alright, cool. Yeah, alright. Not something easy to do, by the way. But moving out is often a much more tough decision. You have to, like, truly evaluate that there's no other choice. What are you talking about? No tech zone. Jesus Christ, man. Just went off a cliff with that one. You don't want to be doom scrolling and calling it shadow work, but this is what I'm doing is shadow work. Making this video is shadow work. I'm doing it alone. I'm passionate about something, and we're bringing out our past traumas called this name in particular, all right? He's now my past trauma. I have to process him. It's that fucking stupid. But yeah, sorry, dude. Not convincing. Difficult questions, that's true. Yeah, anytime I trust people, it often leads to ass. Where I know only shit comes out of that one. Trust is the hardest thing to achieve for a person who's going through trauma. Right, like it's obvious. Even though my brain said those two things in a disconnected fashion, and it's like it clicks because it's logical. So we go all the way to here. I haven't seen the rest of this. Oh, I have to go to the grocery store. Wish I could download Mr. Passio. But it's time to touch the toxicity of grass. The only no tech zone is where people can fucking steal my tech, so let's not let that happen. If I go outside, that's my no tech zone. Alright, 1 second, guys.
Instead, in trying to protect his pride, he slowly destroyed any realistic path to redemption, and this comment sums up the entire saga better than anyone else. It's hilarious how his rep went downhill so fast. If he could just shut up and admit his wrong once in a while, no one would have cared.
Yeah. Alright, I'm back. Yes, Mark. Let's see what else you have in there. I think he becomes quieter after the second break.
Such personal empowerment involves tremendously hard work, which most people are gathered enough of the grammar, enough of the knowledge needed.
Kind of bothers me a little bit. Yes, Mark has nailed it with the care. That is the most important thing. The absence of care is evil.
God, somebody might know your name online. I mean, you gotta be kidding people. You really do. And it's sad.
Oh, he went back full circle, huh? Also, you can't just expect courage from everyone. It's not the actual name that matters, is what you make of that name. But yeah, you should be able to give a middle finger to those who wronged you, basically, right? In the past. Usually real name becomes a trauma at some point.
Develop the courage to speak out against the unjust conditions.
Mark Passio has the same personality, does not have courage, by the way. Ha ha ha. What he has and what we share is confidence. We want to put out our work because we're confident that we did a good job. So, he's just mixing things up again. See, again, I'm just, like, way far ahead at this point. I can't even listen to this guy straight.
In right and effective action. Look at the action that I've taken and the amount of time and dedication.
Look how much dedication, yet again. Why, we're supposed to better our lives, and at some point it comes back to you. Why? They already paid $70. So, we all hope that it's a good investment. But no, he has to stroke his fucking ego, basically. Yes, it's important to take action. Not everyone can do it, unfortunately. But trying to shame people, I mean, it's a waste of time. When you do it this often. Alright, when you focus on it so much. When that's your entire personality. When put skin in the game was repeated in a seminar. What? Explain what happens. Inspire people. Tell them the benefits of this. What can possibly happen. I can see one thing, open perspective to greater evils of the world. How about that? Sounds cool? Yeah, it's not that cool, but definitely keeps you going.
The type of horrendous monetary and banking procedures that are going on in the world today, defrauding people of their property and making the world an even worse.
Yes, so, Capitalism is definitely difficult on thinkers. And I don't blame Mark Passio for picking that as an enemy. It's just the government thrown in there, as a bonus little word. But then you talk about police, military, that's a whole different thing. Also capitalism, right? Capitalism basically recruiting people. Because every single time incentive has to be different for recruitment. Is it inherently immoral? It is said to be immoral that civilian targets are struck. Alright, that's the immoral part. If you're part of the military, you subscribe to a very interesting thing that, yet again, is not worth talking about. Almost anything about NPCs is not worth talking about until it becomes a problem. It's not worth talking about them making babies until they make too many babies too fast. Now we have to talk about NPCs. Did an oopsie collectively. Well, it's easy for Mark to just label things as evil. Just because NPCs follow orders, they're evil. Yeah, sure. If they follow orders, all you have to do is read the law. And then you'll know what's going on. You'll know exactly what to do. If people just following orders, and often they just do that, you're able to avoid the bad sides and engage with the good sides of them following orders. You can manipulate the system in your favor. Just how people manipulate the system to become popular. Fucking obvious, guys. Or you can get angry and arrogant. How about that? That's always an option.
Worst place to live in. Less.
Look, absolutely, NPCs have to question whether they're doing the right thing. They have to just because you're earning money, just because you're getting a reward, just because you're a little good puppy, doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. It's tough. So, your morality's at stake if you keep doing bad things. Bruh, you're wasting the world's greatest resource, self-esteem. Someone's gonna confront you and be trash talk you into shame that you will feel for the rest of your life. You don't want to feel shame. It's already spoken. Shame is the worst state of being. So don't worry. I attack both sides. Mark could do better. Everyone else could do better. Absolutely.
Order followers are those who have done what they have been commanded to do.
Again, it's not inherently evil until you follow the wrong commands. People still have free will. They can't just turn it off entirely. Otherwise, now you're evil. Now it's too easy to tell you anything, and you'll clown around for that person. And again, never have I ever seen Mark Passio inject free will. These jobs not gonna just disappear. Anarchy, yay! Shut the fuck up. And you can't just label it as the worst thing ever and fight back. But apparently Mark needs a simple solution to his problems. Okay.
That's what an order follower is.
The simple solution would be to remind people of their free will, of their actual job to filter moral and immoral behavior. Because living in shame is stressful. You can't do your job anyways. You do something shameful, you'll never forget it. And then you let evil slip past, and your shame keeps growing, never disappears, and everything collapses. You do not want to take wrong orders.
Through some order giver's command. Without
I should have listened to the last part of the sentence.
first correctly judging for themselves whether or not the action they were ordered to
Correctly judging, so he's fine.
perform carry out the order. And there's no bigger piece.
Again, that's the danger. It's not necessarily happening, but it's the most common thing of just give me the paycheck, I'll just corrupt myself, whatever. Gotta detect and discard corruption. The moment you are having to resist corruption, well, you're gonna get fired. But that's what happens. You gotta resist. Yes, the job market is pretty vicious, but drama doesn't really create a permanent record. You will feel good getting yourself fired sometimes for standing up to something that matters a lot. And there's always a choice to apologize while you're doing the bad thing, in hopes that the person will understand.
For themselves.
I mean, this is why YouTubers act as little angels that don't send the hate mobs after each other. Well, you would be ashamed if you did.
Right action over wrong action through their job. No, they're not. They're making a willful
Nah, they're just doing their job. It's not an argument.
choice to do something that they have no right to do, and that's fine. All the assholes out there who say, "Oh, it's the person giving the orders. It's the politician." You're smacked.
Yes, politician is a problem, but who's gonna keep them accountable? Who? Only a person who gets the direct command, direct taste of corruption. That's the person who has to keep them accountable. There's no other way. I mean, the best we have right now is boycotting, not buying the crap that they sell.
Sick, twisted.
Satanism. You follow that? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Is that thing that gives him credibility, but also a memorable story of like he escaped that shit and decided to teach people, and their reaction was, yeah, good luck with that. I don't know, what if they meet me? What happens then? Will they think I'm a lucky person?
Right to complain while they've sat on their lazy fucking ass for the whole life and not put any work out into the world, and then you want to complain?
Yes. The most frustrating person is the entitled person. Have you contribute? What are you complaining about? You can do it too. You cannot complain about people like me. Anyone can do what I'm doing. Oh, but you need knowledge to accommodate your goals of educating.
Work. There's your action item. You know, if you want to sit back and complain while you have no work of your own, go fuck yourself.
Okay. And upload some Gooner material, okay? At least. Still an achievement. Still reveals some part of your identity. I just upload whatever compiles itself, I upload.
How harsh I am. I've done this work. Over and over and over and over and over again endlessly. Still do it today. Most people have never even engaged it.
Well, continue doing what you're passionate about and stop yelling at people that you're not passionate about doing your job, because you did it over and over again. I guess you have nothing better to do. But you earn money from this. You're just doing your job. You know, like, all of a sudden, the irony keeps popping in just because he wanted to be harsh with his audience. So looks like explosion is happening. Okay, that's pretty sad. How many fucking times do you acknowledge that point that you're criticized for this exact thing? So fucking weird. He literally says it after there's 3 words. I was wrong. People criticize me. I am not wrong about that. I'm just doing my job. I'm saving humanity. You cannot be more hypocritical than this. That is ridiculous.
For a microsecond of their worthless
Are you sure you're not wrong? Like, you literally say about, like, positivity. But no, fuck yourself is the real answer.
That's the truth of the matter.
So explosion does happen. I thought it was just gonna be, like, a wonderful video. And I will praise it for what it is. Alright, let's get to the other segment now.
They can't admit that they're wrong when they don't. It's miserable fucking lives. That's the truth of the matter. They can't admit that they're wrong because their ego's in the way. And they
Do you need a mirror? I'll sell it for $70.
think they know when they don't. They need a lot more study, they need a lot more humbleness and humility, and they need a lot more...
No, study, no. Just relax. Just slow the fuck down. And most important of all, do not repeat yourself. As a programmer, you should know, repetition is not actually a good work when it comes to tech. Alright? Yes, you have to know how to fix things, but when you build things, there's no reason to repeat. And that's marked Passio's identity for, like, years and years now. Ah! Admit that you're wrong. Fuck yourself.
More saying I was wrong to themselves in the mirror during shadow
Oh
and to others
boy.
before. And this is all
Don't
I do.
expect other people to follow your orders, for example, without clear benefits and without clearly that you did it first, right? That you are admitting that you were wrong, that you have made changes in your life, that you documented of what you were wrong about. This would be the most powerful thing. Would be inspiring instead of just like, demoting yourself. Ah, you bastard! You should admit that you're wrong, and it becomes like arrogant. Simple. That's where he operates. Despite appearing like the largest man on the planet, with the most truth, he still devolves into just that. And now I have to force myself through this explosive rage.
Did every day for years coming out of the action.
The best thing is not I was wrong. The best thing is to doubt yourself. That's what sends Mark into absolute rage. He stops doubting himself because he says to himself, oh, I've done this thousands of billions of times. I don't have to control myself. Every single time when you do something toxic, it's likely you're doing something wrong too. You do have to keep restraints, or at least organize your passion to be toxic. If you have passion to be toxic, that's completely fine. You might want to separate it from your actual work, right? All this stuff matters. Of not I was wrong, but I could be wrong if I do this. All right, so I have to be more careful. Can you be more careful, please? A lot of people, again, they don't stop to think. They just do their thing, do their evil deed, and shockingly, it means nothing. Just adds yet another hater to someone's list.
In quality, do you see the difference in commitment? Do you see the difference?
Let me fix this. No learning, just try it. All right, pick up a tool and try it. You'll learn through trial and error. You'll learn through failure. If you're truly passionate, sure, you can set up like a week of trying to do that one video without publishing it. But then afterwards, you have to publish it and move on to the next thing. Yes, create videos. Thank you. We're hammering this point quite a lot.
Really illuminates the mind.
Oh, alright. And it's still the brain, though, so. No, male and female energy does not just combine itself into the brain. But thanks for trying, I guess. But why did brain split into two? Wow, convenience, to be honest. We have two pairs of every single body part, almost. So this is just the butt of the joke. The real duality is with the brain and the heart. It's not fuck around, splitting brain apart.
So
whatever.
that's what people make an
My one eye is creative and another eye is intelligent. Ha ha ha. Very funny joke.
One is common sense. That's another word we could call, a phrase that we could call holistic intelligence.
Well, common sense is the shadow work material. There is common knowledge, I guess. That is education. Something education is different than common sense. Fucking established sense. Because it's not common to know like certain mathematics, certain chemistry facts. It's not common anymore. But it could be useful. It's just kind of education, right? So there's education and common sense. In a way, common sense is not enough, and it's not something you follow. You follow your heart. So you follow your intuition, almost. You actually don't know what's going to happen. You don't have a good sense of what's going to happen anymore when you follow your heart. But again, my heart is so small, why even bother talking about it?
It's common sense. That's why they're so little.
Here you go. Heart-based intelligence, which is care for others. So your common sense is not good enough when common sense is only within you. You have to teach common sense to other people. You have to share and exchange common sense. And engage in this group think common sense. Something like that. Still don't have a word for it.
Body involved in the relationship with
there you
truth.
go.
Late stage and at this late hour, that's what people are delving into instead of this type of material. No, saddening that so few people ever discuss any of these dynamics. And they're just talking about fucking politics and money.
Unfortunately, politics and money matter. Remember that thing? It matters for a very long time. That's what humanity cares about. Money gives you things, alright, so you're not starting with zero, you're starting with something. Not sure what politics gives us, to be honest. I guess something to talk about. Just generates a bunch of news and buzz. Well, it's sometimes entertaining, so I guess it's fine.
Fucking politics and money. I mean, you gotta be kidding. At this late stage and at this late hour, that's what people are delving into instead of this type of...
What do you want, dude? Enjoy your computer boy. You know, computers were invented like 40 years ago, or established, and it's still ongoing. We're definitely going to talk about money because money purchases those goods and services right now. Just, it is what it is. And Marx Passio's incapacitated inability to accept reality is just unbelievable. Sometimes eagerness to make a world a better place, as cool as it sounds, you're too pushy. Focus on your students that made the most work, you know, create a competition below you and build bigger and better things and promote those bigger things. The start of the video should have been promoting what he has gathered as a community. What kind of people, how many people he recruited to actually do the great work, right? That can actually pump out similar level content like this. Because this is kind of pretty good. Besides, you know, glaring mistakes, 3 hours remain.
Positive. The worst thing you could ever call somebody is soft. And that's what most people are. You're fucking soft. And you're like, let it sink in and feel it.
It's the worst swear word, guys. The worst profanity. I have no idea where he gets that. I don't even know what soft means. I mean, half the time, again, it's just arrogance of, oh, guys, I uploaded a video and you haven't uploaded. Nah. Damn. Everyone else must be soft. Softness, I guess, would be cowardice. And giving in to the mob mentality or getting triggered easily. That's soft. I mean, I don't know what it means to be the best insult. The biggest profanity is you're evil. That's what it is. I don't care if someone's soft. The biggest insult is to insult the God himself, that he is evil. That would be the biggest insult ever made. That's what you're insulting in the first place. That's the purpose of insults, is to point a finger. This is very likely evil. Objection. That's the only thing I know that points a finger, even though it doesn't really work. I can't wait to... I mean, if I was a plush toy, I would be soft. That would be the greatest insult ever. What will I do?
And that's what most people...
Usually common sense and logic, like, they work very well. So when you say something is soft, like, it actually feels like an insult, but no. He's just making shit up as he goes, of course. You can say it's a big insult to not have a passion to be soft when it comes to, like, easily giving up. Now that I can understand. But you have to put in the words that I can fucking understand instead of just imaginary. If I call you a square, that's the biggest insult ever created by humanity. You fucking square.
It's fucking coward, and you've never accomplished anything in your miserable...
No, Mark. If you have the best swear word ever, just say that one. You don't need to add anything. You already traumatized the person for the rest of his life by calling him soft. Like, it should have worked. But of course, the hypocrisy, the irony, it don't fucking work, doesn't it? For fuck's sake, man. Just cannot accept reality, just bends reality to his will. Just pirate software's reality.
Loser. Yeah, take that way off. Your parents gave
Motherfuckers.
you great fucking not committing to these things. That's why.
He talks about fear, he talks about freedom movement, but like, just directly confront these people. What is going on? Show us who they are. He can never actually list the enemies, smear the enemies, fight them in real-time battle. Sounds like fun, but damn. Someone probably doesn't have courage or just understanding that it must be done. Names have to be named. Those are the moments when you can call someone for being anonymous. In real time, you can do it. In real time, you get hate comments, and it's like, you look up their channel, fucking nothing. Ha ha ha. And you move on. If that's your greatest virtue, it looks like it's Mark's greatest virtue, and actually, like, it's very easy to use. It's probably not my greatest virtue. But you see someone negative, they have contributed nothing. Slap him out of existence. Next.
Now, and here's.
Yeah, it's not like Mark actually gives the tools to do the shadow work, because he has to list the possible traumas that happen in life and the actual solutions to those traumas. What do you have to say to yourself to pick yourself back up again? And you have to also acknowledge the state of the world in order to be able to correctly pick yourself up again with the resources that are provided. Mark don't do any of that. All right, welcome to his seminar. It stinks. All right, you just keep being told to do something. At some point, you look back and it's like, what did he talk about again? Yeah, whatever it takes. Clean your hands. Sure, everyone kind of has to go through trauma alone, but a little bit of guidance would be an establishment of expertise, right? You went through trauma, it's someone else you know went through trauma. You fucking untangle some patterns, say some stories, blah, blah, blah. The world is not black and white, and you can just will your problems away. Yes, you have to figure out a way out. Someone has to kick you in the ass when you're not doing anything at all. Okay? That's horrible. You should be doing something and then resting. Doing something, resting. This should be your cycle in free time that you have. Do something meaningful, rest. Meaningful rest. Like, you shouldn't be stuck in idle mode. And you shouldn't do things to exhaustion where you don't want to do those things anymore, or do things that don't actually have meaning, like all that. And all of a sudden, you can slowly untangle your trauma just by being productive sometimes. But you have to allow that to occur. Anyways, of course, I'm not going to try and fix Mark's video, because that would just, like, be insanity at this point. I'll just point a finger of, like, what I'm concerned about the most. There is heartbreak, there is bad parenting, there is friendships that fall apart and make you question what's going on. You lose some jobs. You thought you're going to live a normal life. You thought you knew how to create stability, but it's not that simple as it seemed. All of this is traumatic experience that has to be processed. I feel like even Mark's life is actually quite interesting enough to create a lot of this, like, trauma processing passion, right? Can hook you up with a Kickstart storyline, all right? And then you recognize, oh shit, that similar thing is happening in my life. Take too much abstraction as an insult, and you will realize how annoying some people actually are. Okay?
What real responsibility in life is as an individual and as an adult.
Oh, come on. Making your payments and surviving is a big responsibility, alright? NPCs live an easy life, but that's not a reason to mock them, right? They can do better. There's a lot more responsibilities. When you downsize yourself, you still gain a lot of responsibilities. It's just your overall life feels simpler from your point of view. Everyone else would see it as, unbearably complicated. But you yourself, when you downsize, you feel more wholesome doing less things sometimes. You can relax more often based on like pressure that you put on yourself. But the amount of responsibilities does grow. The impact of those responsibilities does grow. And rarity of those responsibilities also grows. Just being a taxpayer, well, everyone does that. It's not a big deal, trust me. Someone else can do it for you. So shadow work, in part, is to pump you with higher level responsibilities that don't necessarily pay you cash, okay? But should. I mean, it should. You do have to recognize that jobs are available all over the place. You just have to find it. You have to manifest it. Me taking care of my mom is actually a job. It's a full-time fucking job, right? And I get still bonus stuff for almost like getting unwanted experience from my mom's side, right? That also manifested in a bonus payment of like, shit, I'm also mentally ill, looks like, because of all this crazy stuff, you know? You have to accept that lie. When you accept this lie from the government, like, I'm not actually mentally ill, it's just I'm mentally ill because of the outside forces in that particular moment when government was observing me. 99% of the time, I'm completely healthy individual, and I don't have to worry about the storyline that is being observed in legal terms. All right? It's a lie, basically, because government doesn't care about the other 99%. But that's fine. That's understandable to some extent. It's too much work to, surveil everyone. So this is the life that I lived, and it established itself as it is. And once I acknowledge it, it's not as traumatic anymore. Once you put it into proper terms, it is not as traumatic to be alone and gain money from fucking thin air. Look at that. So my job is to just maintain composure, express all the anger, if I have any, or express bitterness towards certain creators, if I have any, and just survive still, like everyone else. I operate on the same level. Mark Passio has to survive. Most of us have to just survive, because things are getting better automatically. You don't have to do much at all. Just observe the things that are getting better, acquire some of those things, and appreciate that you don't have to do much right now. It's hard for a thinker brain is like, I'm always working in my brain. Why am I not working in real life? There's a mismatch. A thinker is like zooming around, reading of like, wow, I've done this, but why in real life? A smart person is not like a billionaire, trillionaire out of just hard work alone. You become a trillionaire when you enslave other people, in harsh terms, right? When you extract wealth from other people. You cannot do it all by yourself. That's not the way it works. You do it by doing nothing. You learn to do nothing. That's how you become rich. You learn to become royalty. It's kind of funny, but like that's the reality. It's fun to read reality and understand and accept it, and then you stop being bitter and stuck in your own paradigm like Mark, because these are kind of old slides anyways. Nothing new under the sun, but that's an insult. You just collected. There's always something new. Every day's new. Every layer of knowledge makes things new. So, sorry, dude. I'm learning new things while I'm making the video. That's how efficient I am. I'm not just saying bullshit things that I've said 2 billion times already. I'm seeing new things and I'm learning those things at the same time. Look at me. Way more efficient. Alright.
about taking on the really important job? Politiquack and that monetary quack. This is all I hear people talking about. Politics and fucking money. And you think those are the answers to the condition of slavery? You're out of your fucking board!
No, Mark. Please, relax. Money, politics, and self-esteem. Alright? Those are the three components currently active in humanity that make up all the paths available. Unfortunately, our path, the thinker path, is closed, but it is what it is. Thinker path is available if you are crossing paths with someone, so you want to build relationships. That's when thinking really helps. I don't know what kind of relationships Mark Passio is into. I was never DM'd about it, so womp womp.
Your fucking house.
So yeah, at hour number 5 around that, he went explosive mode and now making only half amount of sense as he did prior, mostly because he's sort of just like regurgitating same material, actually. But what can you do? That's what you manifested as Americans. Good. Well done. You did something. All right. Celebrate the man that you have manifested while I move on. Do something cool with my life now. Arrogance alert.
I'm the real fucking deal, motherfuckers. I'm telling you what the real truth is. That's why most people hate me to the death and don't want to fucking hear it.
That's why. That's why. To the death. Again, most of what he says is true. Not everything. And not everything is delivered in a reasonable manner. Again, the funniest thing is when like he's fighting the haters wherever they are. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they're coming from. It's like the roaches in his apartment crawling all over his body. But we don't actually get to see it. Where are they coming from? Who are they? How do they look like? Them haters. Get out of here, dude. It's convenience. You know, it's a plot for convenience. Anything that is missing usually is a plot for convenience. And smells like arrogance to me, in the end of the day. Unbearable. Unbearable, he exploded. Fuck me, man. Just give me a good video that I have to pay $0 for. Instead of my brain cells. God damn it, it was $70 for some people? Damn. What are you guys doing with your lives? I want to do your job now.
Stop remaining anonymous.
At some point, it's literally clown juice is what we receive from this programming, bro. Clown juice of like, I am not lazy. Look at all these videos I'm uploading. Just put thumbnails, though. Remove all this like gunk where like you're saying the same thing over and over again. Talking to your haters. Talk to your haters fucking separately. Alright? Why is he so proud of his work? You know, it's low-level shit at this point. To entangle unsuspecting victims, you know, is what it is. Clown gunk. Because you can see, like, bro is on a fucking loop, man. I've done this thing, you've done nothing. I've done this thing, you have done nothing. Look at me, I've done this thing. You have done nothing. Whatever it takes, you have to do, actually. I have all the knowledge. People hate me because I know all the things right now. Oh my god. Is it? That's on a fucking loop, man. I just can't stop. The clown gunk activates. God damn, dude. So proud of himself for doing his homework, this guy. Again, the moment you get paid, and we have to talk about money, the moment you get paid is the moment you're on a fucking loop. Oh, I see that all the time, guys. Loop activates. I got paid. We have to continue doing the same exact thing that got me paid. I am successful now, my friends. I will not talk to YouTube people. People who watch YouTube videos, they watch it for free, these bastards. I will start selling $70 seminars, I have decided, you know, on a loop. That's what I will focus all my energy on. Fuck, man, Mark, you have been good for like 5 hours. And now, what on earth is happening? What on earth is happening right now?
And do what we engage in true moral education.
I have listened to this bullshit so damn much, man. Just do better. Go out there. Put the skin in the game. Put the game in the skin. It's so loopy. I'm so tired of this shit. Oh my god. I have to create a fucking timer for this at this point. I have to create an exit strategy.
So we defeat slavery and tyranny on this planet. There's an agenda.
Go fight. You are a warrior. Go start making things happen. Go, 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 go. Hey guys. Want Mark Passio to say skin in the game again? Here you go.
Why the world is in the shit condition it's in, there it is right there. People don't put any skin in the game. They don't take right action. They're engaged.
Here you go. Right there. Loopy loop. Loop-de-loop. Again, give people esteem. Reward people for putting skin in a game, and then people are gonna be like, oh shit, this is a nice thing to do. I can do better than that guy. Oh boy. Right now, it's just a loopy-loop of word salad. At some point, put skin in a game, you get $50. For fuck's sake. Way more simple, way more straightforward. Make a competition. Who wants $300? Whatever you're earning, just give them half. You know, invest into your endeavors. Mark doesn't even understand how to make money useful, money work for him. That's so embarrassing, to be honest. I don't know how to do it when there's no one to employ. Money doesn't work unless there's the receiver, and you get something from the receiver as well. You exchange, you trade. Money doesn't work without trade. Money doesn't work with additional people. I can buy things. Sometimes helps. Sometimes makes me live faster. Live all the repetitive loopy things faster. Like air fryer. Fucking send meat into the air fryer. Forget about it. Oh, it's cooked. Oh, I have some food. Otherwise, what? You're gonna cook it in a pot? Jesus Christ, man. People had to live such harsh lives. Right now, you can ease your life so damn much. And all you do is shadow work. You know, tracking other people's shadows of when they're gonna lose their minds and quit their careers because they're just, you know, kind of assholes to the audience. Guys, will I survive this? That's all I'm worried about. Fucking hell. You can't trust this man at all. Like, it's a seminar format. Please, Mark. Do not step out of the fucking line. Do the damn thing. Cut it short if you have to. Just fucking do it properly, man. Not every video has to contain the fucking loop-de-loop. Holy shit is the most important thing you have ever said in your life. Alright, and you've seen the greatest consequences as well out of this loop-de-loop. Damn, dude. You gotta fucking switch things up. If your strategy revolves around one thing is forcing people to do action. Mark would actually even be more productive just like appreciating what is out there already. Just appreciate what people already done. That would be more productive. Jesus Christ, man. The real question is, how many people do we even need to produce videos? Sometimes, like, no. That's not the fucking point. Sometimes we could just point a finger of, like, that's a good video to consider. Here's some good insights, here's some good points. How much can you even impact? You know, you can only create a cult around you of people who still manage to swallow all this loop material. I can't. He showed up once a year. I mean, I'll fucking cheer him on and kick him out of here because he's not welcome. Fucking weird, man. loops hurt the most when you hear the same thing. Like, I have a principle. I'm not doing the same shit. Not doing it. This applies to all the people who repeat the same shit. But it's Mark that does the max level repetition. God damn it. I'm already doing it. I'm already doing the fucking work. You don't have to tell that to me, you know? But I'm also getting involved in this. Jesus Christ, man.
Folder following is this.
It's also very funny because the moment Mark Passio would name names and point finger at better creators or creators that he has inspired, I will leave Mark Passio immediately. I wouldn't fucking turn back around because holy shit, man. Holy shit. I mean, he left himself, like, so it's not even a big deal anymore. Fucking convenient as always. That's just every single time I interact with NPCs, the same thing happens. Oh, just don't do that thing. So what do I do instead? Oh, I don't know. They don't go into specifics of what am I supposed to do. Never ever. There's ever been specifics with NPCs. They don't fucking lift a fucking finger in order to explain anything. Right? So Mark Passio kind of like just the NPC overlord, not lifting a finger to actually point any direction which would give reasonable, diverse material on the matter. He's just bitter at everyone who's upset, right? You could easily avoid half of the hate that you receive just by pointing a finger of here's a positive creator who's not as bitter as I am, who's not fighting haters. Just a little bit of self-awareness and one finger point away from just salvation, reducing hate by like 50%. You would love to do that if you knew about it, I guess. But self-awareness is very expensive nowadays. Self-awareness is just something I'm collecting right now. I'm responsible to collect self-awareness from other people's mistakes. It is what it is. As miserable as it is right now. I know my future is about pointing fingers at people who are, you know, have talent and just need to be seen by more eyeballs. Simple as that. And Mark Passio does not need a finger point, but he's there, receiving it, instead of someone else. You know, a replacement. Very temporary, hopefully, but it has been for like 3 years now. We couldn't replace our teacher. We couldn't substitute our teacher. Please, it's an emergency situation. This teacher gets really crazy in later hours. We have to replace him. And don't justify it. Don't excuse it by saying, oh, you're just a pussy, you can't take it. It's a loopy material. It's the worst pain of all time, is to be in a fucking loop. Man, when you want entertainment, you always want the new shit. You want to get that feels good material when it's like insightful and it's like, wow, I can actually change my life for a better, just a little bit. Makes a big difference sometimes. But bro couldn't even define shadow work the first 10 minutes. Bro couldn't even sit still. He still had to, like, that's his way of teaching, is to brutalize the whole session. He was still going after people who paid $70. Like, fucking hell, man. Okay, you're honest. Okay, dude. But it's painfully honest. God damn. Take the money kindly and do something with it. Not just like fucking brutalize people who paid you the money. Jesus, like it's miserable, dude.
Myself to engage conscious.
I will stop being an order follower for the second time or third time within the same video.
And
Great.
quit my immoral job. What's true?
And for the 100th of time, that is his thing. See, it works a couple of times, but, you know, that's the fucking game. That's where I feel like a fool, man. Like, that's his entire personality of ripping people off at some point. Because if someone is on a loop, now you have to suspect foul play. Now you have to suspect that they know what they're doing. Again, they smell money, they fucking grind that shit. Their way. The best way they know how. If they're putting the same shit over and over again, that's what you have to suspect. It's the fucking... They're probably just backstabbing people, they're scamming people. Even if he's not intending to do that, even if he's gonna fight it in court, even if he's gonna yell at me for this. That's the natural, logical explanation of why people do the same thing over and over again. Is because it benefits them. It's because it's so fucking easy to do the same thing. They already have the script. They already have prepared the material. All they have to do is the same thing as last time. And it, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with order following, doesn't it? God damn. Would have been so much more simple if it was hypocritical as well. Most order followers don't even understand what they're doing, what impact they have. They just like work in factories or whatever. It's not that fucking deep. Like, you're reaching like 2% of people. God damn, dude. Especially by not being specific, things get really weird. He is following the money order.
You're doing the right thing through your behavior. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, actions matter more, but if you want to stay productive, you still have to care about people's intentions. And people's intentions are being, judged. But they have to make a case for it. They have to, make sense of their intentions, and you can only do it through action. So yeah, sure, we've seen that. It obviously makes sense. It's how you judge a person based on their actions. You cannot know their intentions. Intentions are hidden. Intentions are never enough because you just never know what they are. And in individual basis, intentions are not enough to change the world either. Like, for the better. Evil actions has to be undone by good actions.
In the world through your behavior. You don't unthink an action, okay? You don't unfeel an action that you just conducted. You could be sorry about it.
All right, this one's interesting. This vortex is interesting. Again, it started with like 7 deadly sins. Then I said intention also matters, but I don't actually know how much it matters. This is a floppy subject for me, guys.
It is separate from the behavior and distinct from it. And it is an emotional quality. And
I do disagree with that part, though. Intention is not a feeling. It's programming. It's what you tell to yourself of what you want. Do you want good or evil? Did you intend good things? And you have to reason it out. How does that action translate into you achieving your goals? And again, it could be selfishly good. It could be humanitarian. People protesting on the street for cutting trees or whatever. Who knows? But intent matters. Otherwise, protests would be completely pointless. Right? Would just be a noise, disruption. But the intent is to send a message to those who can fix the current situation. They have to receive a message. Even if it takes a lot of NPCs out of their current occupations. NPCs literally show that they're not selfish, that they don't have to work this hour, and they have something to say. Then protests become meaningful. So intent matters in order to identify not feelings, but a cause, a direction of what's trying to be achieved, and people trying to, bathe in moral flexing as well. It matters, all right? It's good if you're good, and it's bad if you're bad. Keep flexing, all right? We do judge by that. See, the funniest thing, I don't know what Mark's intent is, besides that he says there should be more teachers out there. But what is his intent of looping shit? Not that I have to keep talking about it. I just don't know his intent necessarily. It's not 100% clear. Because the more clear your intent is, well, the more you know about it, the more you know what to do to make it happen. If you intend to create more teachers who teach this out in the world, well, you need to organize that sort of structure. You have to build it. And I don't see Mark doing any of this shit. You have to invite people, offer them to unleash their truths, to challenge each other into this battle of truths. You have to build the rule sets for this. And he said his intent. I just don't see it happening. Just him yapping does not create teachers. It gives material and sort of what is enough to call yourself a teacher, right? All you have to do is just yap uncontrollably and get paid. All right, that checks the boxes, I guess. But a teacher to teach other teachers, oh, that's a whole different level, Mark. You didn't fucking get that far. Your intent is hopelessly lost and is going nowhere with that. So all he's doing when it comes to like teacher level people, he's just wasting their time and stealing their fucking monies, bro. God damn this guy.
Dynamic.
When you pay $70, what happens? You followed orders. He asked for $70 and you paid $70. Was that a good thing to do? Well, your intention was to learn something, but you got yourself into a loop-de-loop. Oh, that's what happens sometimes, right? When you have to pay money, that is an order. Every single time you go to a grocery store, you receive orders of if you want this thing in particular, you are ordered to pay $3, $4, $5. You always have to make these choices, tough moral choices every fucking day. Did Mark tell you about it? No, policemen and military are all order followers. Teachers are order followers. Your parents are order followers. No. Orders come straight from capitalism, by the way, and you enslave yourself by making the wrong choices. Anyways, please hurry the fuck up. 2 hours remain. Please. Don't feed me more insights. No. It's all good. You guys enjoy longer videos. You guys will be fine. It's just like my regular audience is accustomed to 1 hour video. So,
behaviors result in discipline. And folks, I'm going until I finish. And if that takes us after 10, then that's what happens. And there's not going to be a Q&A. Okay, I'm sorry, but I, for my own health, I will have to stop after 10 p.m. I'm going to finish what is left up till 10 probably. And hopefully I can.
Oh no, technical difficulties. What a fucking mess, dude. What a mess of a man. What a bad teacher. Terrible. Hey guys, hire me. I'm cheap. I'm a cheap man. I'm work for like little money. I'll loop some shit for you guys. Terrible. Oh, I wonder why it has technical difficulties, timing problems. Q&A is gonna be completely butchered. Well, come on, man. Just split your fucking seminar into 2 parts. How about that? For a change. How was you not prepared for this shit? Man, what the hell is going on? Or, you could have cut all the loopy things and you would have went through faster. Damn. What a interesting advice that would be. Look, guys, I often also overkill my videos. Oh, they're flooded with like new insights and ideas, and I just kind of sometimes want to hit that 1 hour mark and I overshoot. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, but this is ridiculous. Q&A is the fresh air that I need personally to like understand that humanity is watching this slop. Okay, it's truthful, but like, come on, man. I also need humanity to react You know, to ask questions. Come on. To throw him off just a little bit, man, to see what happens. I need that so desperately, and it's like, Butcher. You got away again, Mark Passio. We'll get him next time.
As
Fuck yeah, $70 and you can't ask any questions. Q&A butchered. Dead. Fucking hell, man. Capitalism making monsters out of us.
Truth about people to them, they start not liking you very much and not tuning in. You know?
This, I'll take his word for it, and do not defend Mark Passio. Let him react to my content directly, okay? He doesn't need your fucking help.
You say the truth about people to them, they start not liking you very much and not tuning in.
So, I want to see if what I said was true or not. Oh, of course. The caveat. Let's see if Mark Passio will ever want to tune in and like what I said. I can't wait.
Mission path.
So it's very obvious, alright? Let me show you. Want to put Mark Passio? I'm here. These are levels. 1, 2, 3. Alright? 1 in 1,000. I have 3 zeros in my rarity. Mark Passio is over here. A 1 and a 2. Alright? He can sort of supply me with some material that I will pick up, but questionable already. Low quality. Not my level at all. I surpassed him. And he's there. He's actually still grinding for money. He's not even doing politics or anything. Otherwise, he would be interviewing other people of like, how are they doing? But, yeah. He's 1 in 100. You can find people like Mark Passio still quite, in quite abundance. No problem. We're talking, my level as a B-list celebrity, 2 million subscribers, that sort of stuff. Every B-listed celebrity matters. Alright, to some extent, there could be industry plans, but they still matter. It's very interesting how they were planted. Right? So the number matters in this column, number matters. Number of subscriber matters. It reveals a person. Beyond this point, you're doing politics, number doesn't matter anymore. You could be very disliked and you can do excellent politics. And here, number makes no sense. You don't even know which number matters anymore. The number of how many people I banned matters, for example, more than subscribers. And we don't even know what that number even does. Right? All of a sudden, numbers are fucking weird as fuck. Right? Numbers fuck your brain. So here, Mark Passio has 200,000 subscribers. This number matters. This number is super duper solid. Whatever haters tell him not to do, he's still doing. And he's not getting more popular as a result. He's still, shitting content. Just like he pretends that people shit their babies. Oh, Mark, you're not that much better. You're not that much better. Shitting content? Nah. I sometimes feel like I'm constipated by content, but content is not my highest level existence. My highest level existence is to, run out of content. That's when I start doing real shit, okay? That's when the real grind begins. Run me out of content, alright? Then I'll start the battle. Then I know it's time for some hard work, some heavy lifting. But if Mark even uploaded daily valuable content, he would still be behind. And he's not doing any of that. And guess what? I'm directly comparing myself to what I used to have as a teacher, right? And eventually, I'm almost embarrassed. True present moment awareness happened. Thank you very much. I don't even know what he was talking about.
And this brings us to the simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Start there.
Oh, start there. So he must be like a higher dimensional creature, this Mark Passio. Because he can't keep it simple. It gotta be 9 hours, man. God damn it. Well, It's simple to some extent, where I can, like, gobble it up and choke on it. But the simple would be release 20-minute videos. I can't even do the simple thing. On purpose. On purpose. Purposefully, I'm not trying to be overly simple. Just to, I show my capacity for thought. And eventually we're going to simplify just by order of elimination, because I hate doing the same thing over and over again. So at some point it just will automatically eliminate itself. At some point I will just shut up, because I would be saying the same thing. Why would I say the same thing? Oh, guess. Guess when Mark Passio made the most sense ever, when he talked about money.
What? Investors are just going to come out of the woodwork for our little fucking conference here? You got to make it practicable. You have to have measurable, set-timed goals.
You got to earn that money, and then you can reinvest into yourself. Or make it simple so you don't actually need that much money. You idiots. Yes, now we're talking about money. Now it makes sense. Mark Passio is talking sense right now. Yes, pie in the sky is an interesting concept. It doesn't come down. To feed the hungry automatically, you have to earn that shit. But sometimes you can beg. Open a Kickstarter, beg. See what happens. It was kind of fun when I did it. I was barely, like, starting off my project, and people noticed. Anyways, it's an interesting conversation. At least you still get something, even if it's not monetary. But the best funding is to release something for some amount of money, right? In a place where people buy things into the marketplace and reinvest, keep reinvesting. That's just how capitalism works. Like, it's the most obvious shit. But it's more like a business strategy. That's how business strategy works. Under capitalism, you reinvent this into yourself. Under corporatism, where the businesses are, you want to reinvest into your business. So there's no pie in the sky. No one's going to kickstart you automatically. Only you can do the best job at it most of the time. Kickstarter is more like a crutch in a way, more like a solution to weird people who maybe have extravagant technologies, extravagant engineering, and all they have to do now is just copy-paste the solution. People tend to understand that and give money of, like, well, see what happens, I guess. Maybe it was a scam, though. And, yep, 90% of Kickstarters, they are tech scams. They look like there's no other choice that people have but to pay money for the shit and get scammed anyways. Fuck, Everything gets broken and corrupted at some point under capitalism. It is what it is. Including Mark Passio. So yeah, a seminar that, probably took him fucking months. Beats me for a day, and I still am not really a satisfied customer.
People can become...
Bro, he did it.
There's tons of inspirational videos per week dealing with personal stories where people were shown to change from bad people to good people with hard work over time. There's tons of inspirational documentaries and stories like that.
Wow, tons. You could point a finger, though, right? No? Just, like, so people know what keywords to search for, where to start, which channels provide stuff like that. I mean, I understand. But you can just say a fucking word, man, a channel name, and all of a sudden I get the material. Otherwise, I have to search for it. Like, wow. Thank you, Mark Passio. Very convenient. The first finger pointing to the fucking pie in the sky, bro. But I thought pie in the sky was not real. I thought it was not real, Mark.
A diagnosis is made regarding which hemispheres must...
Yeah, I mean, Mark is basically a teacher with just funny little quirks. We gather class. We kind of wait for those moments where you just fucking gotta, like, lash out of, like, you low-life scum. Go fuck yourself. And it's like, well, remember when that guy was, like, called this and that? That's all there is to it, unfortunately, guys. Not that deep.
Be worked more. A simple action plan. Spend an equal amount...
Alright, thank you for being, like, very specific.
time during the course of any given day after you've done those things with physical and dreaming.
Although I kind of know what to do, so this is the most boring part for me personally.
Or just here. And why? And how important it is to the whole fucking planet. If you don't get that, you don't get shit. It's a topic I'll die on that fucking hill. I'll die on that fucking hill. That doesn't mean America was perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It was never perfect. But let me tell you something. It's better than anywhere else, and it has remained the highest consciousness nation on this planet.
No. It's equal everywhere across the world, dude. Please die on that hill, okay? You're very passionate about this thing. Let's fucking go. We're just gonna find out what I found out is everywhere is equal. There's just slightly different shades of equal, okay? America is ruled by women, by the way. And men control China. And people love China, too. It's different. It's not better or worse, not more spiritually awakened. What the fuck? You never even lived outside of US, you fucking weirdo. You don't have the right to assume difference. It's like, imagine, like, yeah, it's the same amount of benefits as there's problems. It's just a different flavor of the same shit. You easily get a job, but maybe this job you easily lose. It's hard to get a job, but it's hard to lose a job. Like, this sort of self-balancing mechanic is across the world. Go die on a hill being an American, a proud American, Mark Passio. You can do it.
You can say whatever you want about the fucking assholes running this country, and believe me, they're fucking satanic
Holy
losers.
shit.
However, no.
You can say whatever you want about the most important part, which is the government. But I am proud American. Let's
tell me
go.
that consciousness is any higher anywhere on earth.
At that point, you see arrogance at full display of like, well, I'm proud to be American. Well, oh my fucking god, dude. By the way, America is not equal to itself. It's a big fucking region split into different states. I remember him hating Philadelphia, so I don't know, man. I don't know where that pride came from, to be honest. Probably his fucking bank account. Because he knows he wouldn't be able to be the same way in other countries. He would have to improvise something else. Do you know how high level of consciousness you have to be able to defeat Russia, for example? Someone's doing it. I'm not sure. It's somewhere, not U.S. Surprisingly enough, the biggest military is not engaging in kicking Russians' ass, to be honest. I'm not. What's going on over there? Maybe they also have like a high level of consciousness up there. Fuck off, man. You can't be that stupid, man, to make statements like that. You can't no longer claim that I'm saying the truth. Get out of here, man. He's literally saying ego boosts, not the truth. He's inhaling copium to try and sell you something. It's so obvious at this point of my special journey of decoding Mark Passio. Mark Passio decoded. The Shadow Man. Exposed to sunlight. I really hope Mark Passio gets $100 less and I get $0 more. Let's fucking go.
Losers. However, nobody is going to tell me that consciousness is any higher anywhere on earth than it is right here in the United States. That's what.
Oops. I just told him. Now I'm just gonna wait patiently until he receives this message. Good luck, Mark. Again, there's more suffering the more you go to the east. There's less suffering the more you go to the west. But less suffering means softer men, right? Fascinating dynamics we're talking about. Guys, I'm pretty soft too. Look at me. I'm a fucking plushie. I'm pretty soft. I don't take it as a, insult. It's just that's what my life is. I'm European. I'm still pretty soft. Life is pretty hard, but not as hard as it is on the other side where in the East there's fucking wars going on. And in China is just completely insane. The education level required to fucking feel adequate and not do suicide is triple-digit IQ, and way beyond that. In arrogance.
Number 2, in this
unleashed,
threefold
bro.
action plan planet, and how much worse.
Imagine being European, listening to some fucking weirdo saying, US has the highest level of consciousness. There's nothing you can do about it. Shut the fuck up, man. That's just like fucking full exposure of your ass, man. Ass attitude. Go fuck yourself, man. You low-life American. Bro needs a bigger break. Bro probably can't even do teaching. I'm revoking his license to teach. It's over. It's time to cancel Mark Passio. No one's gonna cancel him over one little incident, but like, it's not looking good, bro.
Will be if we lose the battle for human freedom.
Yes. And it definitely, like, oh, such high consciousness. No, high esteem. But this esteem can be, like, very much faked. Very fake. Attention can be stolen. Sometimes. Americans are masters of stealing attention. And they feel good about themselves for doing it, but still stealing, still immoral behavior. Yes, there's a shortcut for how you can receive attention, and that shortcut sucks, because it doesn't give you positive attention anyways. Not the attention that you would want. But Americans keep toying around with that concept. Not really understanding anything at all. So yeah, this like arrogance that came out. Yeah, it's you guys don't have higher consciousness. Why do I sound so smart to myself? Is it just me? Is it just me that I am able to point out all these mistakes? Could it just be me just making shit up? You know, but then who is the authority to decide? No. Reality, accepting reality is the ultimate authority. A bro that does not accept reality is prone to be arrogant. And look at that, he's definitely bending reality to his will. Oh, what an interesting dude. At some point, like, you actually crossed the line. You're not supposed to teach like this. You're not supposed to make blatant mistakes for the sake of feels good. Feels good. That will get me money. Am I right? It's a brain rot, basically.
Run fucking amok.
That's you. Very likely.
The amount of children they're all murdering and torturing is unfathomable. And that.
Well, that does happen.
You. And if you don't think that's how far it'll go, you're fucking crazy and naive.
But you take no responsibility in doing anything immoral, which is kind of lame.
Psychopathic, demonic loser.
Animals are not humans, you fucking weirdo. Animals are creatures coming embedded with nature. You know, it's half human, half nature. It's nature mimicking human. That's what it is. But please, man, where is this coming from, dude? All this moral grandstanding of like, Argh! Just justifying every single time. You're just looking for a justification to be upset about NPCs. It's fucking weird, man. And NPCs have showed no reason to change. In Mark Passio's view, like, things are getting worse, not better. So, what are you doing? To me, again, like, everything's changing. Nothing is getting better or worse. It's just change. Not saying that it cannot get worse, but I wouldn't know because I constantly improve myself as well. So
The understanding of natural law.
wait, you said read a book? Read and take notes on a book. Oh, you are a fucking weirdo, actually. You spend so much time being technologically savvy, and you say book. You say book. That's literally actually the biggest curse word. It's way worse than saying soft. Because I'm soft, guys. I'm soft, please. I'll probably sell myself. But I first have to go through a lawsuit with the Disney on this one. Yeah, anyways, book is the worst word you can say to me. I will start flipping tables, bro. Go take notes. No technology, remember? Oh, yeah, it's very congruent with his idea of, like, there's the self-improvement room must not contain any technology, only has to contain a book. Fucking weirdo, bro. Holy shit. Bro is, like, more wrong than right at this point. When you buy food and there's more peel than the meat, what the fuck's the point then? Or you just realize the actual cost of food and you discard it from your habits. Finish it off, man. I'm already pissed. Just do your thing,
Whether
man.
all of Westeros with my work, and they don't because they just want to be comfortable and they just want their creature comfort and pleasure. I've been asking for help in this area for years, and only a few people have ever come to the table.
You're asking for help? I'm helpful, I think. I think I'm very helpful,
It's very sad.
actually.
I'm grateful for the help that I have received, but I definitely need more help and higher level help as far as understanding
Yeah, you do
computing and
need
programming.
help.
Would be of great assistance.
Programming, yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Were I to be able to receive that. But most people who have those skills don't want to sacrifice. Most people who want to help
I just don't know how to reach this weirdo.
on your fucking forehead, just above your fucking eyebrows, your fucking brow, fucking ridge, fucking shit golem.
Yeah, we go full on explosion mode now. Order followers at level 3. Fucking hell, man, another loop. Just looks like the difficulty slightly tuned up, but I don't feel a difference personally. I just feel more slop coming out of his mouth, more foam.
Trash bags, man. Worth and your
And
inferiors.
people respect these trash bags. Well, why do you think you are opposing the worldview? Why do you think so different? Maybe it's because you don't fully get the reality of things, do you?
The excuse, this is all I know how to do, because I'm a dumb fucking retard. The destruction of your...
Trust me, every single time he goes unhinged, it's the most questionable behavior. Oh my god. Questionable and very likely unnecessary. Again, he's not solving real-time issues, he's creating an issue out of a permanent thing that already exists. Fucking hell. Throughout history, forever and ever, and it doesn't seem to go away. I don't think military is gonna go away. You know, self-defense is always required. You always have to have just enough tools for self-defense, just in case a country turns to evil. But oh no, they're just order followers. Wow, so insightful, so deep.
Greg Braden, etc.
Find books.
These are
That's
good resources
right,
on
that's right,
generalized
that's
topics.
right, boy.
And read these books to deeply understand how...
Bro's consciousness does not go beyond America, okay, guys? That's why he's so fucking arrogant about it. Otherwise, he wouldn't say books. I mean, yes, the ebooks exist, but like, damn, dude. You should have found channels, man. You should have found people who are creating things in real time. God damn, dude.
It does not
If
happen.
you look up to people who make videos, then what the fuck are you not doing that consistently? Why do you just give a free pass to dead people or whatever? Fucking weird, man.
From birth, scientifically and experimentally.
I'm gonna give this guy a void, basically, because I want to avoid Mark Passio. It's getting fucking out of control. Even in this seminar, like, he could have cut it short. 5 hours, good video. 9 hours, dog shit. Very simple difference, didn't we? We couldn't square more than... We could have squared 4 hours, 9 hours, too much. Bro is asking too much. Bro is getting unhinged every single fucking hour. More and more. Look at that. This is beautiful metaphor, though. Like, if you confine yourself properly, maybe you can control yourself. With all this breath work, with everything to be offered, bro is still going unhinged mode. Bro is still searching for the biggest demons and the biggest weapons and the biggest insults to the demon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, where is his video where he confronts a military man? I want to know. Because he's actually below military level. No, he's kind of there, actually. He's below general. So I want to see some of that. I want to see something that actually justifies all this bullshit he's yapping about for so long. Just anything at all. The only thing I remember is just some bullshit social experiment he did, asking people questions that people can't answer, and it's like, oh, it's to prove that they're ignorant. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Bro is living in his own reality and is visible from a mile away. And the only thing he has to show for is yapping how much work it took to get here, basically. Who fucking knows how much knowledge he just fucking stole, basically, from books, right? From other creators. Because that's a big, untold thing, usually. Plagiarism. You have no idea how much of that exists. Because he does look like a plagiarizer as well if he goes unhinged mode, if he has a lot of personal things to say, it looks like. And that personal stuff is the most toxic shit ever, right? He has nothing good to say. Nothing comes to his mind of like, oh, I remember I did this thing yesterday. Or this month, basically. No, it's just like, what? I came up with this insult 2 weeks ago. I have to say it now. I have to use it. I have to use the goblin insult. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Disproven. And if you don't understand this, tell people that they are locked into certain modes of consciousness.
All these scolds, guys. Surely Mark Passio does not belong in Marxism. That's his name, though. But that's your name, Mark. You showed us full name, and you're so proud of it. But you forgot that it's a cult, because you fucking labeled it yourself. It's just based on your name. I don't even know what Marxism is. I just know that's your cult. You belong there, by default. Maybe unintentionally, but it sounds like it. Please argue against it. Alright. Fucking Marxist. I swear to God, life loves irony like that. It just loves that shit.
Prior education of humanity is going to occur online by content creators.
I'm not allowed to use technology in my big brain room, though. So how can I indulge in education? Also, online? Books are not online. I download a book if I want a book, actually. Not online, actually. Very interesting. No, I'm just fucking mocking him because it's just constantly floppy principles. I don't got no floppy principles. Test me. I would love if someone found a floppy principle that I have. I would love it.
Tons of beneficial, positive.
An action plan, that's what I do. I take 6 action plans, technically, every single year, and turn it into a series.
Action plans that can be condemned to my AAA method.
Great work? No, it's just good work. But the moment he sees a military person, he just starts barking, basically. Woof, woof, woof. I hate that person. Fucking barking.
That I outlined here today. Used as a supplement or addendum to shadow work. I don't think they should.
Anyways, all this recommendation is just like kind of miserable because he didn't earn my respect. I don't want to be like him. I don't want to do anything that he does, to be honest.
Should be used as the only method of shadow. Must be continually engaged in.
So yeah, I've done the shadow work, guys. I have the biggest brain. You can pick my brain anytime you want. And now it stops. Not really. I mean, it's ongoing processes. Like I cannot stop it. It has to maintain itself. But I kind of also have to approach it differently, where I grow my heart. And that's gonna be a challenge because I still don't get it. Don't quite get it yet. Okay.
And a meager paycheck. That is not the work to which I am referring. But when human beings make a sincere effort through shadow work.
I mean, you work for your paycheck. You haven't achieved great work. Let's put it that way. It's a measly paycheck. But you can still turn paycheck into great work. Oh my god. This was just 4 or 5 hours too many. Could have done a lot better job. If he didn't need all this copium to remind himself that he's better than a lot of other people. Wow. The moment you're inhaling rarity copium, that's when you stop stagnate, basically. And he even fucking formulate is that a word? He laid out that he hates people who stagnate. He hates people who go down a hill in self-improvement, and I I don't even expect Mark to make self-improvements. I'm already disappointed. I'm already happy that it's finally fucking over. Oh my god. Again, some of it is good. Like 60% of it is good. 40% is so questionable, so toxic, so annoying, and just straight up wrong. Oh boy, is it even worth listening to something that was right? Because it's also questionable when he repeats what he knows, right? How much am I gonna actually learn? No, it's a one in a year maybe experience, maybe even that is gonna keep me on my toes for a very long time. But that's what happens, man. Toxic people, they open their mouths all the time. Uh, and perfectionists who actually do a good job, they take a long ass time and sometimes never put up anything. Or when they put up a movie, it fucking stinks like a movie. Not like a insightful video. Not like a documentary. Whatever. Get out of here, guys. Or they get banned from the internet. That's a funny one. Every single teacher I had online got themselves in one trouble or the other. They all split like Dragon Balls after a wish come true. Apparently, they wished for me to be big brain. I got that, but it's kind of sad what's left behind. No one will ever be able to put the Dragon Balls together again. What the fuck? It will be a miracle if that happens. See you guys next time.